first recce run of 2024, and it's a South Downs way from the start to checkpoint 2, which is 16.6 miles along the line. Behind me there you can see Phil Bradburn, who's a veteran of these races, and behind me there is the field where we will actually be starting on Hillbarn Lane near the golf course. So it's very wet, and I've got my waterproofs on. I've got the full gear on for the South Downs way, so all the required gear, which quite a lot of which I'm wearing at the moment because of the wet. But other than that, let's get on with it. One of the less pleasant things I've experienced. So I've spoken before about diet and how important it is. Equally important is to make sure you don't eat spicy food before a big long run. Because as I was driving up here, I got as far as Clackett Lane, I had to stop, and I shit out my entire arse. At least I thought I did. Until I got here at Worthing and did the same again. So, for the love of all that's holy, do not eat spicy food before a long run. It's never going to work out well. So the first turning off comes about 100 metres into the race, where you turn off left and come along up this path here, where we just enter the South Downs way now. I'm just coming up to, now you can't see a great deal here because it's very limited visibility, but about 2.82 miles I got on Strava, so you know, yours will be whatever, 2.8 to 3 miles, and we want to be going down this way, so not to the left there, certainly not to the right there, but we can see a sign there pointing us restricted by, oops, slippery as hell too, restricted by way going that way. Right, this is a bit, just go up to 3.5 miles in, where you might think you're going that way, but we're not. We're actually turning left there. There's a bucket there for whatever reason. If you know what it is, pop a comment in. Me and Phil were talking about it. Farmland feeder. But it's quite tall for a horse, I would have thought.
Maybe it's for giraffes.
Possibly the farmyard of giraffes, as Phil suggested.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going down that way anyway, and so it's about 3.5 miles in. Yeah.
I've got zero reflection.
Were you around that way?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So when you see the Whiston Estate Vineyard, we're not going down that way. We are going down this way. You've got some silo to the left hand side there, and the path continues. Where does it continue? There. So we're following it down this way. Right, we get to this point now. We are, how many miles are we in? 4. Yeah, about 4 miles or so in. We've just come up a steep hill that I recorded a moment ago. 5 miles in.
God, that went fast.
Yeah, didn't it just? Yeah, we just come up a steep hill that I recorded a minute ago. We get to this point with this junction, and we're not going straight ahead as you might think. We're not going left. We are turning right up that way. I imagine on a bright day this was quite beautiful, but here, seemingly among the clouds, quite eerie I find. Right, I'll be going that way I think, aren't we? Okay, so
Yes, I think it is that way.
yeah, and we're about 7 miles in.
You know, the key thing is these signposts
they
Yeah.
say South Downs Way, but there's also a bridle path which you should always ignore. Ignore the bridle path. Always go with South Downs Way.
Right. Okay. Excellent.
So you can't say much.
No. But there is that that acorn. Is it? Yeah. So yeah, the blue acorn, South Downs Way.
And look, that says bridle way.
Right. Yeah.
No. Yes.
Right, we're nearly 9 miles in now, and to get to this point here, we've been running along this kind of gravel path for about half an hour or so. Get to this point and come out onto the road. So we're not going to follow this path here. When you see this, and there's a sign there with the acorn on it saying South Downs Way. So we're running along the road for a bit. Oh no, we're not running along the road. We're running along this path that goes parallel to the road. There's Phil there recording a piece for his own vlog, which is the Untraining Ultra Runner. If you want to go over and check that out. This is another one of those instances that Phil was talking about, where you might think you want to carry you straight on along that way, but sign again has the acorn there, South Downs Way, and forward there is right away, so we'll avoid that. And then straight through here. It's about 9 and a bit miles in. Yeah.
Less misty, but you can't really see very far. But you can at least see down there. I think some river down there. There's some hill up there. What is that up there? Well, about 10 miles in, are we?
Yeah, we're about 10 miles in. So we're coming up to first checkpoint in about a mile.
First checkpoint. Oh, so that road. We're going to go up Beading Hill in a minute,
Right, okay.
I think. And Truly Hill.
Right.
There's a youth hostel there.
Oh!
It's a really handy spot.
I've stayed at the youth hostel.
Yeah, it's a really handy spot for Calippo's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're probably not going to want that on 50 miles. But at that point, it would be the afternoon. But anyway.
Mind you, I might want a Calippo. But yeah, I did a South Downs hike with a friend of mine several years back. We started at Brighton, and so came obviously this way. And yeah, I remember Truly Hill, we stopped there. So we're just about 11 miles in, just shy of checkpoint 1. We had a little bit of a debate here as to whether or not we want to go down this way or follow the road around. And we believe we follow the road around, and it looks like there may be a similar area like this coming up in the next half mile or so, and that's probably where we need to go off and cut off the road. But we'll see shortly. So a few hundred yards later, we're cutting off the road and then coming down here. So we see the no parking sign for the Raxton Surprise South Downs Way. And we're going along here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just arriving at checkpoint 1 now. And approaching Truly Hill, which according to Phil,
Beading Hill first.
Beading Hill first, and then Truly Hill. So yeah, expect to see us walking quite a lot of that. Did you want to stop and get one?
I won't get to the end if I'm breaking wrong now.
Oh, okay, fair do.
That's something at the end.
Right. Maybe we can stop here on the way down.
This is new.
Oh, okay.
You have to like dive across the hill.
Very good at that, driver. Thank you very much.
2017.
So here's Beading Hill. So Phil said that he used to run up, but neither of us are going to be so tempted to run up this today.
No, I'm fit.
Me both. I don't want to get the poles out. You know what? I've gone 11 miles without using the poles. We've only got 5 or so to go till next checkpoint where we finish. Yeah. And yeah, let's see if we can do this whole thing without using the poles. Here we are at Truly Hill, Whiteshay. Steve and James will recognise this from our South Downs trek. Just coming up to the end of our run now. There's my car park there. Now, the checkpoint isn't actually its car park, but is over the road where we see that there's a... Oh, we can't really see fuck all at the moment because there's fog. But over the road there, see that pink sign? It's that's where the farm is, and you turn right down there. But seeing as I'm at the car, I'm not going to bother. So I know I said I wasn't going to go to the aid station, but I'm on 16.9 miles according to Strava. According to Phil's watch, he's already done 17, but I can't leave on 16.9, can I? I've got to do 17. Anyway, Taddlescombe Farm. This is where checkpoint 2 is, and I'm assuming that we go up that way when we come out.
Correct. And then it's just in all those buildings to the left.
Right.
Top tip is that there's also water outside, so if there's a queue at the aid station and you just want a bit of water, you'll fill up.
Okay.
The aid station's just round
Just
there,
round
in
the
that kind of built up barn.
Ah, excellent. Cool. So I presume then you do actually need to come right up to this aid station,
Yeah.
don't you? You can't just skip straight past.
No, you go into there and then you come back down and then
Right.
up what is quite I remember it being a bit of a savage hill, to be honest. It doesn't go on for long, but it's not by this point it doesn't feel easy in 100
Yeah.
miler. It'll feel slightly easier if you've only done 17 miles,
But yeah, you'll be on 67 miles by this point.
yeah, 666.
666. Yeah. Number of the beast. And by the time you get to there, you'll be on 667. Neighbour of the beast. So yeah, over the road, back to the car, and we are done. So, sock report. This is my first time using these Otter waterproof socks on a long run. So this is 17 miles, and my feet have coped surprisingly well. They're not damp at all. They felt like they might be getting a bit sweaty inside, but no, actually they're okay. So, yeah, there's a nice note to end on.